Hey friends, I'm back with another video. If you remember a while back when I did the House of Thule armor quest, where you got your House of Thule armor, it was usually a dropped item. It looked like a candy of some kind. The tier 1 was purple. You combined those with a template, like a armor crafting template, and then you would also get some kind of fluid or something from a merchant, and you had to buy a box. Well, works a little bit like that. You come here to Shard's Landing to find Master Armorer Sin Laris. You want to right click on them, and then you want to buy this rust tinged box of fear. Okay, and it depends on what class you are. The box is sort of class sensitive. We bought one already, and you only need one with this, so it costs 10,627 plat. And you only need the one. This one's reusable, unlike the House of Thule one. So we purchased it. It's right here. This one's only got 2 slots as opposed to 3. And we're just going to grab our fear-touched bracer. We're going to drop it in here. And I believe that is all we need. We don't need anything else. So let's hit combine. And we've got our bracer. And close this up. So you don't need anything else. Which is awesome. It's so nice. And this looks pretty good. Now let's see what kind of bracers I was currently using. So this was one. It's trio jewelry that I crafted. So that new bracer looks like it's a beefy upgrade compared to that by quite a bit. There's another bracer. This one's actually sort of better with the AC. So I'll probably just replace that trio one instead with this new one. So we got 114 AC. We got 20,000 hit points. We've got 20,000 endurance. You see, this is class specific. It's rogue only. And so I wanna say one thing here. So because these boxes are kind of pricey, you might feel inclined to use the box on one character and pass it to another one. Well, you can't, because these boxes are class specific. So even if, say, my bard needed armor and I handed this box to my bard and had them convert it, this only makes rogue armor, guys. So you can't pass your box around, because here on Throne of Eye, it's tradable, right? So don't do that. Just you buy one for each character. So if you've got another rogue, that's fine. But don't go getting a box for a wizard and thinking, well, it's still a silk class or a cloth wearing class, and hand it to your mage or something. It won't work. These are class specific, so you for sure have to buy a box on each character. But again, at least they're reusable. You don't need to buy a new box each time, so there's a huge relief right there. You also don't need to have to buy templates. So I really like that part. I really like not having to buy templates. So we dropped that in there. We got a massive upgrade, and I am pretty happy. So I want to try to kill more named here, get more parts, and I'm assuming that there's going to be fear-touched armor in the bazaar, possibly, that we could buy. So let's take a look at that real quick, because I like to show you all the stuff. Fear-touched space. So yeah, relatively cheap too. Relatively cheap. I can even get a fear-touched tunic. So I might go and do that. I might go purchase some of the fear-touched stuff in the bazaar and then just equip my rogue here. Because look at this. Look at this. I'm still wearing lucid stealth-infused coat over here. I'm still wearing a bunch of abstruse, which is tier 1 House of Thule. I am surprised I'm not dying a lot more. So I think I'm going to do that, guys. I'm going to travel to the bazaar. I'm going to take you guys with me. Of course, I've got my Stein, my POK Stein. I suggest you guys try to get yourselves one, although you can't quest it again until next year, but there might be some folks out there selling them. Of course, they're going to be a lot more expensive right now. You can always use your Throne of Heroes skill. So, yeah, this is just so much faster. So, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, what Stein are you talking about? Show us. Well, let's go here. It's the Drunkard Stein, and it teleports you to the bar there in POK. It's like you drink, you get so drunk that you pass out and you wake up in the bar of POK. So, see, drink yourself into a stupor, waking up in the bar in Plane of Knowledge. I love that. I just love that little line of text right there. It's funny. It's something that old me in my early 20s probably would have done. Drunk enough to ended up waking up somewhere that I didn't recognize. Alright, so we're up in the bazaar, and I'm going to try to purchase a few of these things, man. A few of these armor pieces, because I feel like my rogue deserves it. My rogue was actually one of my mains at one point on this server, and I feel really bad that I sort of let them fall into decay. So here we go. We definitely want this tunic, guys. So there we go. This person's selling the tunic. Fear Touched tunic for just 2,000. Fear Touched legs. They want 15k for the legs, but you know what? I feel like it's kind of worth it. Oh, I could get another bracer from this guy right here. He's got like a second bracer. So yeah, sure, let's get that. It looks like he's got boots for cheap too. Let's get the boots. Because like I said, I'm wearing mostly tier 1 on this poor rogue here. And he's got the sleeves too. Wow, just one guy, he's just outfitting me. So let's craft this stuff right away. Let's pop this bag open. And again, like I said, my tunic is not great. It's a little bit better than some of the other stuff, but it's still not great. I'm sure this is going to make something so much better. So pop it in there. And let's compare. Let's compare the new one to the old one. So I did get a small bump in AC, only a little bit more. But I got a good bump in hit points. I got less to attack, which is weird. Isn't that weird? I would expect more, not less. Why is it less? I get one more hit point regen. That's not so much of a big deal. I get a little bit more heroic strength. I get less heroic stamina. I get more heroic dexterity. I get more heroic agility. I get something called Dancing Blade. Your blade slash out at your target, inflicting instant damage and gaining a life of their own, increasing your melee and backstab damage by 480 for 10. Oh, for 100 successful attacks? What? And it also increases the reuse time for Eradicator Discipline. I don't know what that is, guys, but I'm down. Yeah. So I got Boreal Coat of the Assassin. So I guess that's what the Fear Touched armor is called. It's called Boreal. That's the I guess the tier 1 version of it. Because yeah, this, as impressive as it is, it's just the tier 1. What about the boots? Yeah, I'm wearing abstruse boots, guys. So here, let's look at the abstruse boots stats compared to the new thing. So a really big bump in AC, massive bump in hit points, over 1,000 more hit points. Great massive bump in attack. And I don't know, maybe I can extract this AUG to put in the new one. It's not great. It's just a House of Thule log, but it's better than nothing, and I got nothing to put in there at the moment. So let's also grab these sleeves. My old sleeves are abstruse. And the new ones here. Yep, so much better. 146 AC. So almost 42, 44, no, 44 more AC over 2,000 more hit points. About the same on attack, though. That's interesting. Very interesting. I get cleave and cleave 7. They both have cleave 7, but this is cleave 7-24. The other one is cleave 7-10. I don't know what that -10-24 means. If you guys know, please feel free to educate me. I'd love to know. I'm always interested in finding out things that I don't know yet. And that's also why I do these videos, to show you guys things that maybe I've discovered or learned. So let's do one more search for Fear Touched. I could use some Fear Touched gloves. They are 5K from some guy. I could pay that. That's nothing. That is nothing. So let's go look for that real quick. And then I think I'm going to be done, because I feel like I could find my own Fear Touched legs. And I know you're probably saying, hey, why don't you just make cultural? You're all about crafting and making cultural. Well, yeah, but you know, I came across that thing and I like making videos for you guys too. And I thought this was a good opportunity. There we go, Fear Touched gloves. So here we grab our Fear Touched gloves, we drop it in there, and there we have Boreal gauntlets. And if you compare it to the abstruse, again, we've got some nice benefits. Now the AC looks like it hasn't gone up, but that's because the AUG in there has a 38 AC. I will be extracting this AUG to put in my new gloves, guys. So it is going to have a big bump in AC. It has a big bump in attack. I feel good about the new gloves too. So there we go. And it'll all be the same way. It will all be about the same thing. You're going to be able to get your Fear Touched stuff. You keep the box. The nice thing about these boxes in modern EQ, you can store them in a bag or whatever you want. I like that we don't need to buy expensive templates this time around. I think that's pretty cool. And it was pretty easy to get, man. You can either buy some in the bazaar or go and kill some named things over there in Shard's Fall. Or, I'm sorry, I think it's Shard's Landing. Go kill some stuff in Shard's Landing. Just look for named. Get someone who can track. I, got my bard, and I've been playing with my bard some. I'm sure you guys remember Somber Dirge. And using tracking and finding some named. They're not all that bad. I managed to survive. I did get killed, like 1 or 2 of my tunes got killed here and there, killing things, but I believe there was an issue because of my stupid mercenary. My tank mercenary got themselves misplaced one time. Anyway, I hope this video helps you in some way. If it does, please leave the video a thumbs up. It would really help me get seen in the algorithm. If you'd like to help support me and support the channel, please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Or better yet, you could join the channel as a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges, like a link to join the private Discord. If YouTube memberships are not your thing, check out the links below the video for a link to my Patreon. Patreon patrons get similar perks, like a link to join the private Discord. You can also leave a super thanks on my video. A super thanks is like a little donation that says, hey Fez, I like this video. It was helpful and informative. I'm going to go get some of that Fear Touched armor myself. If you're already supporting my channel and a YouTube channel member or a Patreon patron, thank you. Thank you very much. I see you guys there. I see you resubscribing every month. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys help keep the lights on. You motivate me to do better and keep going. I really appreciate you. And I hope to keep earning your renewed subscription month after month. And thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you and your time. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.